What is up, YouTube? My name is Mike and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about self-love. So for starters, self-love is extremely fucking important. So what I'm talking about is not narcissism. So narcissism is like a self-inflated ego where you think you're better than people. Essentially, and that's really a form of conditional love where it's like I only love myself or I only feel good about myself if I feel superior to other people. That is not self-love. What I am talking about is extremely healthy. In fact, it's crucial to an enjoyable life. Self-love is the foundation for an enjoyable life. Why? Because your capacity to love others and to love life in general is directly dependent upon your capacity to love yourself. As Alan Watts says, once you realize that self implies other, that front implies back, that inside implies outside, that your internal environment is directly connected to your external environment. It's one thing, it's one and the same. You are your environment and your environment is you. You're a strange loop. You give rise to each other. You're directly connected. And in that way, if you don't have love for yourself, you can't truly love life or another in a healthy way. Or your capacity to love someone is going to be limited. You're only going to be tapping a little bit of what you could be experiencing. You're only going to be experiencing a little morsel of the wellspring of love that is there, that is untapped, if you don't have this self-love as the foundation. So self-love is extremely healthy, and it's often ridiculed in our culture. Like, some people think that it's really selfish or like not okay to love yourself, and that to me is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. How could you walk around and have a joyful life if you hate yourself? If you hate yourself, you hate life. That's what it is, because you're connected to life. You're connected to your external environment. So self-love is essential to living a happy, joyous, and free life. So in this video, I just described what self-love is a bit, and I'm gonna give you an actual technique for how to love yourself. So I'm gonna give you a technique for how to love yourself, because many people talk about why self-love is so important, but they don't give you like a real technique. And it's understandable, it's different for different people. It's a different journey for everyone, but I'm gonna give you a really solid kind of universal technique, and I'm gonna give you the science behind, the dogs are playing. I'm gonna give you the science behind why this is so powerful, because it's so fucking awesome. I love this technique, it really is great. And you're gonna start loving yourself so much that you're gonna spontaneously break into song and dance wherever you go. Just kidding. It's a really great technique. So the science behind it is based off of something called neuroplasticity. Many people are familiar with this term, but for those of you who aren't, neuroplasticity is the idea that our brain can change. That when you learn something new neural pathways are fired and wired and connected in your brain. So your brain is constantly changing as you let go of old belief systems, learn new information, change behaviors. Everything, your brain actually changes. The actual gray matter of your brain changes. So that's neuroplasticity. So why is this important? Because it shows us that we have the power to change our internal state. We have the power to change our experience of life. We have the power to live a more amazing life. So, because this is why this technique is so powerful. Because what the technique I'm gonna give you is gonna start carving this new neural pathway in your brain for self-love, okay? Because if you constantly think thoughts like I did, I talk about this in some of my other videos, I had severe depression for years, massive suicidal ideation. I've been to psych wards, tried all types of different depression treatments, crazy shit. None of it helped me. And I really had that pathway carved out in my brain of I hate myself. And I would think it so much that it was automatic and unconscious, and it would just run on its own. It was a program that would just run. So why neuroplasticity is powerful is because you can counteract that and carve a new pathway in your brain that if you keep etching that groove, eventually it will become stronger than the old pathway of I hate myself, for example. So every time you think the thought, I love myself, just thinking that thought, you're connecting a new neural pathway in your brain, and every time you think it, you're etching that groove deeper and deeper into the gray matter of your brain until that becomes the path of least resistance. And when that becomes the path of least resistance, that will become your unconscious program, which is healthy, okay? So this is the science behind what I'm giving you. Neuroplasticity, just remember, neurons that fire together wire together. So when you think that thought, you're firing that neuron in your brain associated with self-love, and you're wiring that connection, and you're making that connection stronger and stronger until it's solid, okay? And every time you use that connection, the other connections that you're not using are gonna start to prune apart. So the self-hate thoughts and pathways are gonna start to dissipate. So it's super awesome. So here's the technique. It's really fucking simple. It's so simple, don't even overthink it. It's that simple. All you're gonna do is place your hands over your heart. This has been scientifically shown to release oxytocin in your body, which is the love hormone, okay? So it starts to cue your body to feel more love by simply placing your hands over your chest. Scientifically proven, look up HeartMath Institute if you don't believe me, okay? So you're gonna do that if you want to. And then all you're gonna do is on your in-breath, you're gonna say this mentally, like a mantra, okay? On your in-breath, you're just gonna say, I love myself. On your out-breath, you're gonna say 1. Then you're gonna keep going all the way up to 10. In-breath, I love myself. Out-breath, 2. In-breath, I love myself. Out-breath, 3. All the way up to 10, and you're doing this in your head, so it looks like this. On the in-breath, I'm mentally saying I love myself. Out-breath, I'm counting to 2. So I'm gonna do that up to 10. If your mind wanders, which it will, especially if you don't meditate, just start back from 1. You're just covering that pathway more, so it's okay, you're getting more practice. The key is when you first start this out, when you first begin this practice, do not try to add emotion. Don't try to make yourself feel love. Don't try to make yourself feel joy. No, because your mind is gonna rebel, because that pathway, for most people, is gonna be very, very new, okay? And when you have a new neural pathway, it's kind of like driving a car down a really bumpy road, and you're trying to like keep it going straight, but it wants to keep turning into these ruts that are grooved out in the pathway. That's what your mind is like. So you're carving this new pathway of I love myself, and your mind automatically wants to go, no, I want to go to the I hate myself pathway, or I don't like my life, or whatever it is. So your mind is going to want to go there. So if you try to add emotion, what you'll find for the most part is that your mind will rebel, and you'll feel a lot of mental and physical even resistance to it. And it'll just end up biting you in the ass most likely. So you just want to start out and it makes it easy to build the practice, because it's literally this easy. You just have to say I love myself in my head for 10 times. That's it. Don't add any emotion, just say it. Do that for a few weeks. I've been doing that for a few weeks, and you'll notice that throughout your day, after a while of doing this, your mind will start to those thoughts will just come to you. That thought, I love myself, will naturally pop in your head, because it's starting to become an unconscious program, okay? It's really powerful. It's really awesome. Now, when you build that practice, the level 2 to this is you put on a song. You could do this as a meditation, as a self-love meditation. Maybe I'll even make a guided one for you guys and put it on my channel. I'm probably gonna do that, okay? So you could keep updated on my channel for that. I upload every day, so just subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and it'll let you know when that video is uploaded, okay? So the self-love meditation, you could start on your own though. You're gonna, again, hands over your heart, put on some earbuds, put on a song with no words, an instrumental, either classical music, or if you like electronic music, anything, ambient, whatever you want, whatever people listen to nowadays, okay? Whatever you kids listen to. All right? Just make sure it's something uplifting, something loving, something that makes you feel like love and beauty and appreciation and gratitude, okay? Put it on, instrumental, no words. Pick a song that's at least 5 minutes, maximum like 7 to 8 minutes, okay? 5 to 8 minutes about. Put it on. You just close your eyes and you're gonna do pretty much the same thing, but this time you're gonna add the emotion. So you're closing your eyes on the in-breath, you're saying I love myself. On the out-breath, you're saying thank you. So you're also building your gratitude muscle. Okay, and gratitude instills a sense of wholeness, a sense of, okay, wow, I feel whole and complete. Really important. So you're gonna close your eyes, and just for the duration of that song, on the in-breath you say, I love myself, thank you. On the out-breath, thank you. And what you can add to this too is, once you get used to that, on the in-breath you could visualize breathing in light. And I visualize like this light inside my chest, and each time I take an in-breath it gets a little bigger and a little bigger until I'm surrounded by this light, and it's really powerful. Okay, visualization has been shown, again, to produce very profound changes in the brain. Okay, so it works. It really does work. That's the practice, guys. That's level 1 and level 2. Do them in order. Definitely do them in order. And this is how to love yourself. Again, please subscribe if you liked this. Give it a thumbs up. Comment. Let me know if you try the techniques and how they work out for you. I'm genuinely interested. I will reply back to you. And if this helped you, share it with a friend who needs it, because self-love is so important. It really has changed my life. Thank you guys for watching this video, for spending your time with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.